Hey y'all, Juliana here. I'm standing beneath one of our only native epiphytic ferns. It's the resurrection fern, or Pleopeltis polypodioides. Resurrection fern gets its common name from its incredible ability to withstand long dry spells. Most vascular plants are not desiccant tolerant. They can't withstand losing a lot of water. And in fact, most vascular plants can't lose more than 10% of water before they start to suffer from permanent damage. But resurrection fern is in the 1% of plants that can tolerate these type of conditions and can lose up to 97% of its water before it suffers irreparable harm. Now, right now, the resurrection fern around me is a bright, verdant, lush green. And that's because we've had some pretty wet storms here lately. But when it's dry and we haven't had rain in a while, resurrection fern fronds will actually turn brown and fold in on themselves and appear to be completely dead. During that time of its life, it's not doing any of its biological processes. It's not photosynthesizing and it's not respirating. It is, in effect, unliving. But as soon as moisture is added back to our atmosphere, it turns that bright, beautiful green again, unfurls, and starts those processes right where it left off. As an epiphytic plant, resurrection fern gets everything it needs from the air around it and uses the trees it grows on only for structural support. So it is not a parasite. And in fact, it actually gives back to the trees that it lives on. Typically, you'll find resurrection fern on our live oaks, where their root systems enjoy the deep, craggy bark that these trees have to offer. The roots of resurrection fern create these mats, which collect lots of organic material, whether it's detritus from dying plants, mosses, or dusts floating through the air. When it rains, the water that comes rushing down tree branches and trunks picks up the detritus held in the resurrection fern's roots and deposits it at the base of the tree that the resurrection fern is growing on, and in effect it fertilizes the tree. So the resurrection fern is the exact opposite of a parasite. It's giving back to the trees that it grows on. It is one of the most common ferns that you'll see in the low country, and for me it's one of the most fascinating.